Welcome to my winter retreat, if you will. It's the day after Christmas and I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday and a fantastic holiday season. This is where I like to come back and sit and relax and really contemplate on the year that's just gone. It's a place of tranquil. You know what, I can't do this. It's not tranquil at all. Look, I'm here. I'm gonna give you my naughty and nice list for 2012. First of all, I gotta thank everybody for all the best wishes that they gave me after my marriage announcement a couple of weeks ago. Went without a hitch, apart from the fact that I got the flu the day before, which was why there was no Annoyed Gamer last week, and I wasn't on the last Invisible Walls of the year either. Anyway, on with my naughty and nice list for 2012. First of all, I want to give props to Ubisoft. I think towards the end of this year, they really delivered and have probably been one of the best third-party developers who've brought some really good content. Obviously, Assassin's Creed 3 has been phenomenal, but I really wanted to give a shout out to Far Cry 3, which has pretty much been my favorite game of the season, if not the year. And I think it's really kind of disgusting that a number of major awards shows and categories, etc., decided to cut this game off. It came out in 2012. It should have been up for dozens of nominations, and I say for shame on everybody who left it off their list because it came out 2 weeks too late. Yeah, you guys are on the naughty list. Oh, who else is on the naughty list? Well, there's a couple of other third-party people I'm putting on there. Electronic Arts and Capcom. You are both on the naughty list. Why? Because you are absolute bastards, basically. EA, everything you've touched this year has pretty much been a bag of rancid rat poo. Capcom released some good games this year. Dragon's Dogma and Asura's Wrath, two of them that got a number of plaudits. But unfortunately, Capcom's practice of on-disc DLC, screwing people over left, right, and center, releasing buggy games, all that usual fun stuff, they really need to get a clue. They can't poop on their fan base for as long as they have without getting a severe shoeing. So both of you publishers, you're on my shit list. Oh, the naughty list. Yes, no Santa's toys for you this year, just lumps of coal. Who else is going to be on the nice list? Well, I'm going to surprise some people. I'm going to put Nintendo on the nice list with a caveat. They get a little asterisk. Nintendo at least did release a new console this year, and they do have a very, very good way of dealing with online and indie developers for the Wii U. Simply, they're letting people set their own prices, set their own sale terms. They're being very flexible, almost Apple-esque, dare I say it, with the Wii U and the indie scene. So you get a nice for that, Nintendo. And then onto the naughty side, well, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Microsoft, you should have released a new console this year. You've really done nothing other than just take money out of our piggy banks all year long, pushing Kinect crap and this gaming hub thing that's the entertainment center and bollocks to that. I've got a TV that streams Netflix and everything else. I really don't need to worry about a 7-year-old console doing that. Sony, at least you tried initially with the Vita before really giving up the ghost, and there are some green shoots of recovery with the Vita, but we'll take that into the new year and see how it goes. Your first party lineup, I have to say, for this Christmas has been shocking and nowhere near the standards we've come to expect from you for the last couple of years. So yes, you get a lump of coal and a kick in the nuts. And Nintendo, yes, I give you props for releasing a new console. 4 years too late. Welcome to the Wii HD from 4 or 5 years ago. And let's talk about the Wii Mini. Oh, let's not. I ranted about it a couple of weeks ago. Nintendo, I really don't have any faith in you right now. And I think that if we do get a PS4 and a 720 announced in the new year, maybe just after the end of the fiscal year in March, April, I think you are going to be in a heap shit of trouble because the sales of the hardcore fanboys alone will not keep you afloat. And it's the sales of the hardcore Nintendo fanboys, not anybody else, because we know everybody else will go to the new console for Call of Duty and all the other various iterations of games like BioShock and all that. So Nintendo, yeah, you're kind of screwed. All right, so who else am I going to give nice things to? Well, I'm going to give nice things to indie developers. Congratulations, this has been the year that the indie has come of age. I mean, there's been some great indie games over the last 3 years, 4 years, but this is the year that with Journey, Unfinished Swan, The Walking Dead, that they've really come to major mainstream notice. And I couldn't be more pleased, to be honest with you. Journey, as I've said before, is a fantastic game. Unfinished Swan, Tokyo Jungle, The Trials Evolution, love that game. There are a lot of people who like Fez, Mark of the Ninja, another great game. And of course, The Walking Dead, the return of the point-and-click episodic adventure that is something very beloved to me, having played point-and-click growing up. I think it's fantastic. And I'm going to put on the naughty list people who are comparing Heavy Rain to The Walking Dead. I tweeted this a couple of weeks ago and I will stand by it. If you want a game that has heart and emotional depth and just an amazing feeling about it, you'll go play The Walking Dead. If you want a game that's totally devoid of that and full of pretentious crap, you'll go play Heavy Rain. So yeah, any Heavy Rain supporters, you can piss off, not interested. Next up, nice list. PC gaming has returned. So nice presents go to all the third-party publishers who've decided to release quality versions of their PC games this year. They seem to have got it, that we can make money from PC games because we have Steam and the way they do DRM. I mean, Ubisoft have Uplay, and Uplay is pretty horrible. Almost as bad as Origin in my opinion, but it means we get Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, etc. Sleeping Dogs from Square Enix I thought was excellent on the PC. Dishonored, another great game that was phenomenal on the PC. I mean, we've seen a lot of really good PC games come out this year, and long may it continue. If publishers get really smart, they realize that the next generation of consoles are going to be practically PCs in boxes anyway. So you're developing on a PC emulator for these systems. You can do a PC version, stick it on Steam, and make some good money without worrying too much, hopefully, about piracy. Okay, naughty list. This goes out to the so-called journalists who are practically nothing more than shills for certain companies. I'm not going to bother giving you any promotion. You know who you are, and anybody with a brain knows who you are. I've covered this during 2012, and this is the year that's really come to prominence, but there are journalists who basically sit on YouTube and proclaim to be world's greatest journalists and honest and bullshit like that, when everybody knows that you're about as legitimate as a $9 bill. There's also obviously the issue in the UK, where the UK needs to clean up its Gaming Journalism Act, and I'm sure it's all over the world. There are lots of people being naughty with their shenanigans. What I will say to you, the public, is do your research, take a look at the people you are following, the people you are watching, and if they are saying a certain game is the best game in the history of the world and everybody else is calling it a bag of stink, do some research, and who knows, you may find that that person has been paid to do something for that publisher. When I get sent a copy of something, I say I get sent a copy of something, and I'm certainly not going to shill for it. If it's bad, I'll say it's bad. But I'm not going to finish off on the naughty list. I'm going to basically do something, finish off with a nice list. And I got to say, the nice list is the fact that in 2012, we were surprised by how strong the year was. I know some people have said that it's not been a banner year. I think given all the issues that the games industry's faced this year, with regards to having to deal with out-of-date software across the board from consoles old and new, I think the third-party developers really have come through and have saved the day. The indie games have been phenomenal. We've had some great stuff from Bethesda, from Ubisoft, from a bunch of other places. So to those guys, I hope you had everything you wanted over the holiday season, and I hope you're enjoying your break so that we can have a kick-ass and killer new year for the gamers. One last thing. Obviously, I wasn't around to comment on the shootings that happened in the school in Newtown a couple of weeks ago. My heart goes out to everybody who was involved with that. It's a terrible tragedy. And I will say to the zealots at Fox News and the Jack Thompsons of this world, don't blame video games. Video games don't put a gun in somebody's hands. Blame the lax, archaic gun laws in this country. Take the guns out of people's hands, then people will stop getting shot. Call of Duty is not a murder simulator. Try firing an AK-47 in that game, then in real life. Totally different experience. I know of which I speak because I've done both. All right, thank you. I hope you had a good Christmas. Join me next week where I will be going through some gaming resolutions for 2013. Until then, thank you very much. I am Marcus Beer. Follow me on Twitter. I am Annoyed Gamer. Peace, love, harmony, and a good single malt. See ya.
See this and other GT shows and game reviews on the GT Originals iOS app, available now on the App Store.